What's cooking, everybody? David Porkchop here. How's it going, guys? This is Rambo First Blood Part 2, the Mega Cartridge on Sega Master System, featuring Sylvester Stallone as Rambo. Well, this has nothing really to do with anything, but, alright, full disclosure here. Not too long ago, I heard about this Kickstarter campaign, and I believe it was either John Riggs, John Riggs, I believe, was the one that first mentioned it, and then RGT85 brought it up again later. Shout out to both you guys. So it's the only Kickstarter that I ever backed. So I did, and the campaign was successful. And we want to know what this campaign is here. Basically, it was for a brand new Nintendo 64 controller, where the thing of a critter in the middle has been removed, and the analog thing was moved over to one of the sides here, and then you got the triggers. But to make it look more like a regular modern controller, similar to like a Xbox controller or that sort of thing. Well, look what came in the mail. So we're going to open this up, have a look at it. We're going to try it out real quick and, open the box. I mean, it's in the title there. So let's dig in, shall we? Wow. Very nice. This is from Retro Fighters. And FYI, I believe are going to make this a commercially available product for people who want to pre-order. I think pre-orders are going on as of right now. This video is posting. I'll have a link to that in the description below if you want to check that out. This is the Brawler 64 gamepad, which I guess you can use for a variety of different bits here. So I'm going to try it on a handful of games real quick here and just give some initial impressions and see how it works. So what do you say we open this little guy up, huh? Okay, here we go. Okay, I've opened up the packaging and here it is. Okay. Oh, come on! Whew. Sorry about that. Ugh, God. I thought that old joke had died, but apparently there's still some life in it there, so what you gonna do? Alright, now, here's the real controller right here. Okay. And FYI, that was what you thought you saw. I did a video on that way back, a lifetime ago. If you want to check that out, fine, but I just warn you, my videos back then were awful. Not that they're that much better now, but whatever. Okay, so, here's the controller here. As you can see, it looks and feels just like a standard modern controller for a lot of game systems these days. It has the compartment for the thingamafuckers back there, like the Rumble Pack, which I can't find mine, but it also fits those cards, the memory cards. So I have one of those laying around somewhere. We'll find that here. So just for comparison here, I have one handy. This is an Xbox 360 controller, and as you can see, well, barring the second analog critter here and the layout, has, similar, it has a similar structure. You got the two handle thingies here, triggers in the back here, and yeah, this is a wired controller. They got two buttons for the Z trigger thing in the back, sort of like the way they have the triggers nowadays on, modern game systems and such here. But let's compare it to what it's replacing here. Or, not replacing, but supplementing here. Alright, here we go. So as we can see, they just kind of took these and switcherooed them, and put that down here, and put that up there. They moved up a little bit. These look like they're about the same. You got the same two triggers, and the Z button back here has been turned into two buttons up here. And so let's take a look at that here. So we'll put this here. Wait, is that supposed to be crooked like that? Am I the only one that sees that? Or am I just holding this awkwardly? See how that thing is crooked? Well, I'm sure that's just a minor thing. I don't think that'll affect the functionality of it here, so I don't mind that. It's just something I'm noticing here. Yeah, try doing this one-handed. Right. seems to fit in there pretty nicely. Although I did hear they were having some issues with transfer packs or whatever, but I'm not going to do anything with the transfer pack with this, so you know, I don't care about that at the moment, so that's fine. Put that back there. Let's see. Buttons feel great. There's also a turbo button. I don't know what that's all about, but I'm sure it's going to be explained here. And this feels just like a N64 analog pad here, so forgive me if I don't have the proper terminology here. Excuse me. This seems to have just a little more resistance than this one, but I don't think that's going to affect gameplay very much there. D-pad feels pretty identical there. Nothing major there. Buttons feel good, so we'll see those in action there a little bit later. Yeah, and as you can see, they're trying to imitate the look of a Nintendo 64 box, you know, something of that era, because they had a very distinct style with their boxes, which I think for the most part were pretty uninteresting. Otherwise, I mean, if there's some exceptions out there, let me know. But I just, you know, I never got into collecting Nintendo 64 boxes, probably because they were, you know, they weren't like these where you know, little cases you can put them in, you know. But I digress. That's fine. Alright, what else we got here? Alright, we got a little, got instruction manual. Let's, have a look at that. Okay, about us. Retro Fighters is a new video game accessory manufacturer, produces unique and cutting-edge accessories there. And there's a little, 8-bit graphic there, showing these guys in action there. Awesome, awesome. And thank you for purchasing the Brawler 64 controller. Take a moment to read through the booklet for a best playing experience here. Pretty cool looking characters right there. Pretty awesome. It's not an officially licensed product. Obviously not. Okay, here we go. An 8-bit Nintendo 64. That's great. So plug in. And it says not compatible with transfer packs. Although they did mention that. Activate turbo mode. Press and hold the turbo button and the button you wish to activate the turbo. Okay. And then press and hold the clear button and the button will go to. Oh, it's pretty easy. Okay. It's a good thing I read the instructions. And let's see here. And we'll some contact information. You can follow these guys on Instagram and Facebook and such there. So you can follow up on future projects. And then there's a bunch of people here. I'm not on this list because I paid just to get the controller, not to get myself added into the literature or anything like that. But that's fine. I'm not sure if this specific booklet is going to be made available to people who buy this after the initial Kickstarter orders are filled and such here. So I gotta say, this is a very high quality box here. It's very nice. I'm keeping that box and a little place to put this here. But anywho, let's say we get this bad boy in action here. So all we need is a Nintendo 64. And look at that. There's one right there. Alright, so let me go and hook that fucker up, and we'll get ready to boogie, okay? Jump cut mode, activate! Oh, one minor thing here. I picked that color, let me see here. My original one says Nintendo there on this bit here. This one, it has just that area there where it would normally say Nintendo, but just figured you wanted to have a look at that here, and these things look identical. So there you go, just for some completeness there. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Okay, so bear with me. I had some technical difficulties here, but I got to straighten away here, so I'm redoing this here so you can see this thing in action here. We'll start with Mario 64. Okay, now I got 1 star. The 1 star I got was in the first level. The one where you do the ground pound like this, and the big chain chomp flies away, and you go behind bars that he broke to pick up the star. I forget what star that is, but I always find it difficult with the original controller to get the ground pound thing correct, but with this, it's no problem. I can ground pound perfectly. Thumbstick is perfectly responsive there. I can move anywhere I want to go. Just feels a lot more natural. Doesn't feel quite as inhibited there. So let's go ahead here. Beg your pardon. Alright, just try getting another star real quick here. Oop. I seem to have a little bit more control over the... Oh, wow. Yeah, I definitely have way more control over this thing than I did before. Oop. I've never been able to get this many of the coins in one shot there. Aw, man. I didn't get the one up. Fuck. Yeah, this thing is amazing here. This little thing, you got a lot more control, I feel, than you would in the normal one. If you're used to the other one, that's fine, but if you're more used to the modern controllers, this is definitely a pretty awesome bit here. Let's try this with another game, shall we? Okay, jump cut. Okay, got a little golden eye going on here. I just picked a random level I had saved here. It takes a little getting used to because with this one, you feel like you're holding a gun, so, you know, so it's kind of awkward that the trigger's on the back, but if you're used to the more modern style where the trigger button on the back does the shooting, then this isn't a big deal. All right, back here. Like this doesn't really have anything interesting here. Well, it kind of does, but not really. Huh. Yep. Both of the triggers shoot here, so hold on a sec here. And here's the other one. Oh. That's the one on the other side there. So whether you're right-handed or left-handed or right-handed, you're good. Yeah, bitch. Alright, got myself a cool weapon here. Alright. Well, this seems to work pretty well here. I'm probably the worst GoldenEye player in the universe, so I'm probably not the best one to test this here. But let's try another game, shall we? So let's take another jump cut here. I really want that watch. Okay, again, just slightly there. Close enough if it don't work. I know it's not perfectly the center, just bear with me here, okay? I'm doing the best I can here. Let's try training mode here. I'll do this one, what the hell. Ooh! Totally got pwned by the computer. Yep, all the buttons seem to respond normally. You got all the It's the same control scheme, just feels a little bit more like a modern fighting game, if you will. Sweet. Okay, yeah, I know, this isn't particularly exciting here, but everything seems to be working properly here. Let's try a different game. I guess there's a little tie-in to the upcoming Rampage movie starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. We can dust off Rampage World Tour. Unfortunately, I don't have a Rumble Pack to test right now, but let's see here. Yep, everything is responding perfectly here. Can't hit that. A bunch of random people destroy everything. I can move pretty quickly with this. This is great. I love the fact that he throws up half the time. Yep. 95%. Alright, let's try another one here. Alright, let's just do a quick round of this. Yep. The joystick is responding perfectly. I got really tight responsive controls here, making the turns nice and easy. Not that these turns are pretty difficult anyway. It's been a while since I played this, so I don't remember this course off the top of my head. I used to play this a lot. Ah, been rocketed. Crap, I missed. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Damn it. Wish there was a way to aim better at this, but... Come on, come on. Oh, crap. Oh well. Not too bad. Yep, tight responsive controls here from this little joystick right here, so works pretty good. I'm going to try one more game, and I think that should do it then. Alright, I'll play some Star Fox 64 here. Okay, it is kind of awkward because the Z and the L are on the same side here. Working pretty well, I have to say. I think I'm still having some technical issues, that's why it sounds like that, but otherwise, I don't know. But that's not indicative of the controller. Oh, sorry. Oop. Damn. Do a barrel roll. I know it's not a barrel roll, just bear with me. Maneuvering in the tight caverns here, it's working perfectly. Yeah, this thing's kicking some ass here. Alright, I guess I approve, so let's get some final thoughts on this thing, and go ahead. Alright, here we go. Alright, so this thing was pretty responsive there, it works very well. It was a little weird in Star Fox because I normally use the R button and the Z to do the barrel, to turn the ship around, to the side. So it's kind of awkward having them both on the same side, but I get used to just doing it from here and then over here, so I have it on opposite sides to feel more comfortable with that. This feels more like a modern analog stick, probably closer to like Xbox 360 controller or something like that, as opposed to this one. Even though it does feel like this has a little bit more resistance to it, but maybe that's because of the construction of this, maybe because it's old and whatever, I don't know. But either way, yeah, this thing works pretty darn well here. I wasn't able to test this out because apparently my memory card is corrupted, but that's fine. I'm not worried about that there. And I don't have a rumble pack to test this out on. I thought I did, but I can't find it anywhere, but that's not a big deal. But I'm not worried about this because this thing just went right in there, despite that weird little bit here that I saw here. It's not a big deal. It fit right in there just fine. Let's take a look here. Oh, it also says the Retro Fighter Brawler 64 19555. Yep, tested. Yep. And this thing feels very comfortable. I mean, even though this is kind of like at a has sort of a slightly boxy design, it actually feels pretty comfortable there because fingers go where they need to go and whatnot there. I didn't really test out the turbo features on this, but then again, the kind of games I would play in the N64 I guess don't have a lot of turbo ability anyway, But somebody else wants to try it out, be my guest there. But the one time I did try it, I didn't film it, but it did work. So that's, cool. So it does work. Alright, well there we go. The Retro Fighters Brawler 64 controller there. I will have a link in the description below where you can pre-order one or whatever, or if they're available for order now, I don't know, but Last I heard, they were doing pre-orders around this time anyway for people who did not participate in the Kickstarter there. So, here we go. Retro Fighters controller for the Nintendo 64. Awesome. Alright, got some work to do. Is there any way to mod a Nintendo 64 to play on a modern TV through HDMI or something like that? You know, does anybody know? Should look into that. Because I was having some serious issues trying to get that to play on there. It didn't want to. I mean, it has the red, white, and yellow things, but it didn't want to work properly. But yeah, that's why I went to elsewhere there. Oh, one other thing. When I did try it earlier with this TV, the footage I didn't show, I had this connected to a couple of extension cables, and it worked perfectly. So no lag with that. So worked out pretty darn good. So just to let you know. All right, catch y'all next time on Open the Box. Have a good one there. Be good to each other and all that jazz. And that's it. Laters.